Exactly 4 months ago, you had an idea. Exactly 4 months ago, my gorgeous Capricornians, you had an idea. And that idea instantly elevated you. That an idea made you feel so excited about yourself, so excited about what you're gonna do, so excited what you're gonna kind of start, what you're gonna bring into your life. And most importantly, you started to be so excited about your future as soon as you became aware of this idea. So what happened in the meantime? There were so many other things that were also going on in your personal life that affected you and affected your spiritual level, and that in itself took your attention away from those things that you should be kind of paying attention to, and from those things that you should be really like put as a number one in your life. But I'm not having a go at you or anything like that. It is just a normal part of our normal process of our spiritual journey, because sometimes we come across something that means to us so much. It's like elevates us, it makes us feel ridiculously enthusiastic and optimistic, but 2 or 3 days later we see something else, and something that makes us feel negative about our lives, and then that took over. And what you became aware of was literally something on the outside that you've heard, something that you paid attention to on the outside, and that sadly took the better of you, because without you even realizing this, it took your attention away from what you should have been primarily paying attention to, and what you should have been primarily put as a number one at that stage of your life. But I'm telling you, it doesn't really matter, because these 4 months needed to pass. These 4 months needed to pass. Why? Because there is something else that you have learned about yourself. There is something very special that you have learned about yourself. There is something very significant that you have learned about yourself within the last 4 months. So this is going to make sense to you like there is no tomorrow, my gorgeous Capricornians. I think it's going to be absolutely obvious, So I started this reading that 4 months ago you had an idea, and then you forgot. Not that you forgot about that idea, but there were so many other things that happened that took your attention away from what you should have been paying attention to. And within the spiritual terms, this is a very, very fertile time of your life, because you gave an opportunity to yourself to actually, without even realizing, through your subconscious mind, you have tapped into the certain things you haven't tapped before. This is all going to become obvious, and you will know exactly that why these 4 months exactly had to pass, because you're going to become aware of exactly what you have learned about yourself. So now this idea that I was talking about that you've had within the last 4 months, or like 4 months ago, exactly 4 months ago, that idea is going to be highlighted again at around in between the 17th and the 27th of February, especially. This is something that now you're gonna realize within these days. Exactly, you're gonna be reminded of that idea. You will see something and you're gonna be reminded of that idea. But even more importantly, the situation that you're gonna come across, the situation that you're gonna become aware of, it's also going to make you realize that there is something very special that you've actually learned about yourself and about your spiritual journey. So if you actually did start this idea like 4 months ago, it would not be as successful as it's actually going to be now, because within this alliance with everything that I said, almost as if on one hand you will find out where your strength is and how powerful you are, but then on another hand you are also going to be kind of reminded of something that you've learned as well, which is going to make you so much more successful, and it's also going to confirm to you about some kind of a really a wise choice. This is all gonna lead and all gonna boil down towards not only you doing the right thing in life when it comes to that idea. Trust me, you will know what this idea is, but also at the same time you are gonna become aware of the fact that this is gonna be ridiculously a wise choice. This idea that you're also going to have, it's gonna answer your question when it comes to probably one of the longest contemplations of your life. It's going to help you so much to be honest with yourself, but it's also going to help you so much to see the light at the end of the very long tunnel here. Indeed. Okay, and also my gorgeous Capricornians, when it comes to the actual number, your number is a 76. 76, it's a very powerful number, and it also means in numerology that now it's time now it's the time where things are going to start kind of getting together. There is so much that is going to start making sense in your life, but this is all kind of preparing you for something really special indeed. Number 76 means that you have been prepared for such a long time to actually get to this stage of your life where you are really at the same time going to need to have a kind of like a really enough relevant confidence and self-esteem to kind of like you know, to go for this wise choice. And that in itself, my gorgeous Capricornians, it's also at the same time going to lead towards you really having a big celebration. And exactly now we have number 4 again. This is absolutely crazy, and it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Now I'm seeing a 4 again here, so it's like a lot about you. So before I see 4 months ago, remember, and now I'm seeing a very strong indication when it comes to number 4 again, and that gives us number 44, which is an angel number. And this also in itself means that at around the 11th of February, you are going to have a really mind-blowing sign, which is going to be from a completely different dimension. At around the 11th of February, you are going to have a mind-blowing sign, which is going to be from a completely different dimension, and you are going to know that someone is around you, something is around you, someone really positive, someone really spiritual. I'm talking about some kind of spirit. At around the 11th of February, you are going to have a really mind-blowing spiritual experience, like which is going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you aware of how special you are, how powerful you are, and how much you can actually understand about yourself and about your life and about what's happening. And this is really going to open you up beautifully, because it's going to increase your confidence, but at the same time it's going to kind of prove a very personal point to you, because it's not about this mind-blowing spiritual experience you are going to have at around the 11th of February, but it's most importantly what is actually going to come out of it, because you are going to see something, you are going to become aware of some kind of spirit, but at the same time you just also literally you need to kind of be completely honest with yourself, because when we have a certain spirits around, there is always a reason for it. And at around the 11th of February, when you become aware of this spirit, listen, they come here to help us, to guide us. This is like your guiding gorgeous little light that you need to understand why they are here, or why, especially at that moment in time, some kind of spirit is about to make themselves known. How you need to kind of like take the most out of that situation by really almost immediately you need to like release some kind of negativity. They want you to know, the spirit will want you to know, this is number 44, an angel number. This is what the angel number is doing. The spirit will want to let you know to really kind of at around the 11th of February, you still have to understand that you can do something, that you are kind of like just keep on slowing yourself down, and you are not giving enough credit to yourself about something. So you have to really kind of release that big amount of negative energy by paying attention to what was on your mind when you became aware of that spirit. Exactly, because it's all about spirit wanting to point out to you to release the huge amount of negative energy, that only you can do this, so you can carry on your own path. But it's going to be pointed out what you should really be confident about, instead of feeling completely not confident, you know. So it's just going to be pointed, what do you need to release in terms of the negative energy. You have to trust yourself, because only you can do this for yourself, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. So this is going to be a beautiful spiritual moment, okay? And also at around the 11th of February, when you do become aware of the spirit or the spiritual activity, very shortly after that moment in time, you're also going to hear, oh my God, something about someone very precious to you, very special to you in your life, like you or you're gonna hear something negative happening with somebody who means to you so much, or suddenly you're gonna have the specific name of someone who means to you so much, and if you do have like a name of someone who mean to you so much, someone who you love, someone in your life, this is also an indication that that person is going to need your help. That person needs some kind of clarification when it comes to a very difficult stage of their lives, and you, my gorgeous Capricornians, are going to play here a mind-blowing role, like, oh my God. So the person who comes to your mind first as well, it's also going to need your advice about something that you're absolutely right about, some kind of advice. You need to open someone's eyes, because someone is going very closely, someone is around some kind of a danger very closely, and you know this. You know that you know about this danger. You knew about this danger for a while, but you just have to really reach forward and talk to that person and see what is actually going on, because it's to do with some kind of danger. That person standing in front of some kind of danger, but you've been aware of this danger for way too long. And I do think that this person is like a nice person, good person in your life, but it's also with someone who is just maybe a little bit naive, you know. And I don't want to say, oh, naive. No, it doesn't mean that that person is stupid or silly or horrible or anything like that. Just naive a little bit, you know. Sometimes people are just so gorgeous and pure, and sometimes people live their life through their pureness, through them being pure and gorgeous, and these are very special little spirits, special little souls in our lives. And sometimes they can't believe that people can do certain things, or that people can be horrible, because this is something that that person would kind of never do. So they're just seeing this world through their own lens, you know. So they're not necessarily horrible, like naive, not silly naive, do you know what I mean? But just sometimes people are like really pure, so pure within themselves that they cannot believe that some certain people could be doing like horrible things in this world, for example. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's like basically just need to kind of really help to that person as well. This is to do with somebody who is in your life, and at the same time I'm talking about like almost as if you're going to, like, I don't know, like, I know it's going to sound like, my God, I'm being dramatic, you know, but it's almost as if you're like going to save someone's life. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, like, it's like, I know I'm being dramatic here, yeah, but it's like it's just, this is how important this is actually going to be. So this is something you need to understand. And also, my gorgeous Capricornians, you know, when it comes to the February, at around the mid-months, you know, there is gonna be, you know, someone is just like really gonna be maybe just a little bit abrupt with you, maybe a little bit rude with you, but it's almost as if you're gonna feel a little bit hurt. But then you must kind of not be defensive, because I think that someone is gonna be like kind of like not rude with you to be rude, but someone is gonna try to kind of like really open your eyes towards something that has been on your mind for so long, towards something that you've been talking about for way too long, but you didn't do much about it. And I've seen this before. This is so important. This seems to be kind of repeating until you pay attention attention to it, you know. So someone is going to be brutally honest with you, but this is to do with somebody in your life, somebody who's so close to you. So these people who are family members and people who are really close to us, you know, they speak to us in a certain way because, you know, without feeling offended or anything like that. So someone is just going to be like brutally honest with you, and first of all you're going to be like kind of like a little bit upset and offended, but then you're going to realize that this person is actually doing you a great favor, because it's going to like really kind of, through that person you're going to realize like very much so really important part of your life it's missing, and this is going to be highlighted, something that's missing, and this in itself it's about to turn your life upside down, but in the best possible way, because when you realize what's missing in your life, you are really, first of all you're going to be like kind of, when you are kind of reminded of this, first of all you're going to be like kind of like upset and maybe a little bit angry, but then very soon, minutes after, you know, you're going to realize, okay, yeah, I get it, you know, it's time, you know. And then at the same time, this is going to help you quite a lot to be like kind of honest with yourself, and also it's going to help you a lot to understand, you know, the importance of certain things in life, but it's also going to help you to understand that you must, you know, take care of yourself, like take care of yourself in such a way where maybe if you work too much, you're just going to need to take a little, like, you kind of think about the balance. Maybe if you're like maybe if you haven't like kind of meditated enough or something like that, now you will want to kind of meditate enough. You know, this is really going to reflect quite a lot on your own spirituality, and you being stuck with certain things in life have affected you over the last few years, and you haven't been doing things maybe what you were doing for so long, for example, that meant to you so much. So it's gonna come out a lot what the things that you're not doing but you should be doing, but they make you feel so much happier, but the life is going, the life is really brief, the life is really quick, you know. So this is important because it's all gonna boil down towards you rejoining with your own spirituality, and also at the same time, you know, you're gonna start paying attention to little things in life that make you feel really happy, and you are going to find yourself wondering like, why didn't you do things for such a long time that you wanted to do? But this is a lot to do with you, really kind of, it's to do with your personal life, it's to do with you carrying on with your life, it's to do with you exploring things, it's to do with you carrying on with things. You will see and you will understand that something was affecting you for so long that you've almost like kind of lost yourself within this, like within the last 2 or 3 years. So this is going to be really nice shaking moment for you, which is going to open your eyes towards beautiful things in life and towards so many opportunities, towards so many kind of realizations. There is something really that it's about to be unlocked within at this moment in time, and you will see exactly what I mean, because after that the huge amount of negative energy it's about to be shifted, and this huge amount of negative energy it's about to be shifted, and that means that, you know, you are really kind of gonna now come up with a very, very interesting plan here as well. And the plan that you're gonna come up with, it's like a basically also like kind of going to bring you back to something that happened to you 8 months ago, something that happened to you exactly 8 months ago, and something was left unresolved. Something was left unresolved exactly 8 months ago, and you need to like do the relevant adjustment. Is to do with you making an adjustment, is to do with you going back to what happened 8 months ago, and you need to deal with something. Something was left behind. You need to deal with something. Something needs to come to an end. Something that was left unresolved. Oh gosh, I just dropped my tarot cards. Something that was left unresolved exactly 8 months ago. You're gonna need to pop back to that time and see and realize what that is, because it's slowing you down. It's slowing you down. It's slowing down your own process right now. Okay, so this is entirely down to to you, almost as if now you're not able to do what you want to do in the way you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it. You're not able to express yourself how you can express yourself. You see, it's affecting so many important stages of our lives, but sometimes we don't realize this. So you need to kind of realize what this is, because it's still holding you down, and it's still kind of making you not to be kind of able to go to the extent you can go to with things that you put your mind on, especially when it comes to the projects and things like that. This is a lot to do with a subconscious mind, with an unfinished business, but also it's a lot to do with those things that are gonna keep on coming back into our lives until we deal with something properly here. I know, it's so confusing, but it's so important, like, oh my God. And also, my gorgeous Capricornians, another thing that I wanted to say to you when it comes to this month, but especially when it comes to the 8th, 18th, and the 28th. So it's the 8th, 18th and the 28th. These 3 days, I need you to kind of really understand that all these 3 days, these 3 days are going to be completely different, but one thing it will share, and it's you are going to find yourself being really working on something important to you. So it's to do with 3 different stages, 3 different things that you're going to work on within these 3 different days. They're going to be 3 completely different things. But what you need to pay attention to, that your concentration is going to be like, oh my God, you are really going to be enjoying yourself so much. Your concentration levels are going to be mind-blowing. And I told you, when we are working on something, when our concentration levels are really like, ooh la la, we become extremely sharp. And at the same time, we are projecting this very sacred energy, and in return what we get back is lots of realizations. So please, my goodness, pay attention to the actual realizations that you are going to have within these 3 days. This realization at a time when you're so concentrating towards something. At the same time, these realizations are also going to start paving the way. These realizations are also gonna answer like kind of so much about the things that you thought were like a massive problems, and these realizations are also at the same time, all these realizations are part of your turning point that you are going through right now. So they are important, because by the time you get to the last 2 days of February, you will see that something remarkable is actually going to happen. You're gonna become aware of the certain events that you're gonna find absolutely mind-blowing, and let alone like just thinking about them, just focusing on them, let alone once you kind of like jump into it, but you wouldn't become aware of these mind-blowing events, which are going to give you an opportunity to like really express yourself in such a mind-blowing way. You wouldn't even realize this if you didn't pay attention to what is actually going to be happening within these 3 days. So that's why you need to pay attention to the realizations that you are going to have, because slowly but surely it's all going to be leading to that point, to the very last 2 days of February indeed. So now, my gorgeous Capricornians, oh, ooh la la, how can I forget about this? How can I forget? Oh no, I didn't even start. I'm losing it, 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 I'm losing it. I've never had it. Yeah, okay, so now, my gorgeous Capricornians, what else I was going to say would be, yes, when it comes to nutrition and when it comes to like what you should be taking, it's just, I'm gonna say, which is rather important, like I normally say, it's a natural vitamin D3 in combination with zinc picolinate, which is gonna be mind-blowing in order to boost your immune system, but it's also going to give you so much energy, and it's going to be really superb when it comes to skin, hair and nails as well. And also what I highly recommend you is, of course, a big mama chlorella, organic chlorella. It's mind-blowing when it comes to detoxifying our bodies from all the dangerous metals which are in the air, in the sky, in the soil, in the ground, and they sadly end up in the plants, in us as well. So organic chlorella has got a power to detoxify your body from these metals, but it's also rich in omega-3 essential fatty acids, which is ridiculously powerful when it comes to our mind, memory and all these type of things. Of course, I've got my own supplements, so vitamin D3, that's it, and natural zinc picolinate and organic chlorella. By the way, my supplements are indeed very special. They're without any horrible ingredients, they're without any chemicals, and they are made with superb quality ingredients. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And these superb vitamins of like a highest quality that you can buy from me, my own brand, you can really check. So they're without any rubbish, any chemicals. They're suitable for vegetarians, vegans, everyone. So you just need to check in the description below. You will see where you can buy them, or you can go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you will see my page coming up that way as well. Now, the very first important date that I would like to mention to you, my gorgeous Capricornius, pam, 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 Capricornius, pam, pam. Raise your vibration, my gorgeous Capricornius, raise your vibration. So now the first important date is going to be on the 2nd of February. You know, I like this so much, but let me just skip back to the 1st of February. On the 1st of February, something really kind of is going to happen to you. You're going to come across someone, and you, what you're going to see, it's really kind of going to open your eyes, and it's going to inspire you just a little bit, but you will not realize what an impact on your life it's actually going to have. So already by the time you get to the 2nd of February, my gorgeous Capricornians, you are really going to be thinking about what you came across like on the 1st of February. On the 2nd of February, you are going to have this magical moment, because something is going to be answered to you. Something is going to become so clear here. Something is going to become so obvious here, my gorgeous Capricornians. So there is a like kind of like the situation that is going to start changing slowly but surely every single aspect of your life. And this situation, it's about you understanding something from a completely different perspective, from a completely different angle. Something that was draining your energy, something that was making you feel so negative, something that was making you feel so sad, something that was constantly kind of making you to fight with yourself, backward, forward, left, right, up, down. Do you know what I mean? It's just too much. You've been worrying about something. It's like, oh my God, you've been worrying about something, but you weren't realizing how much this is affecting you, how much this is affecting your planning, how much this is affecting your future, how much is this actually affecting you. So now this in itself is going to be a magical moment, because you are gonna see some kind of problem from a completely different perspective, because what you're gonna come across on the 1st of January, and this is absolutely brilliant, you know. And at the same time, it's fantastic because you are going to become so optimistic and so ambitious about your own success, about something that it's going to like really, now you're also at the same time, this is all going to lead towards you thinking about some kind of idea or something that you want to do with your life, and you're going to become so adamant, so energetic, you're going to become so optimistic and so positive. And then you're going to realize, you know what, all this time, like, this was affecting me. Why am I so ambitious right now? Why do I feel so excited and so elevated spiritually right now? You will see, it's like a spiritual domino again. It was all connected. That, like, you becoming aware of this different perspective on an ongoing problem in your life, it's at the same time going to make you it's going to show you the clear adjustment and sacrifice that you need to make. But this is again like a really good sacrifice. So as soon as you become aware of, you're going to become so ambitious and so optimistic and so confident about some kind of a success. So this is a big mama that I need you to pay attention to, because it's not only about your confidence, but it's also about you really finding yourself on a very, very interesting stage in your life when it comes to you doing the right thing, you knowing what is the right thing. But also this is going to bring you like such a accomplishment into your life, an amazing accomplishment like, oh my god, a life of luxury, baby. No, just basically you are going to be able to do what you're not able to do now in terms of finances and things like that. I'm not saying that you're not able to do things in terms of finances. You could be a millionaire, you could be a billionaire, you know what I mean? No, baby, no. But it's just going to make you feel like kind of to have things that you maybe don't have now, you know what I mean? So you will know that this is going to, you will know exactly what this is actually going to bring into your life, and it's going to lead towards this, baby, towards an important accomplishment. You see this? Absolutely an important accomplishment, success, happiness, contentment. You know, you're going to feel so pleased with yourself. You're going to feel so happy with yourself. Within the next few months already, things are going to start changing and unfolding for you like there is no tomorrow. And all Capricornians, bye-bye. New Capricornians, hello, my darling. Do you see what I mean? So this is going to lead towards this. It's like very, very important indeed. You are going to feel pleased with yourself, even if it at the moment, you know, even if at the, you know, at the time it doesn't like kind of feel like, oh my god, the extent of this, you know. You will see every single step of the way you're gonna realize more about yourself after this moment in time indeed. So now, my gorgeous Capricornians, I'm just going to show you the first pendant. Look at this, baby. This is called Too Light. Absolutely gorgeous. Look, it elevates us instantly. It makes us feel good about ourselves. It makes us pay attention to things that we have done that are big, that are great, that are amazing, but very often we forget about it. So it helps us to remind ourselves on the really great progress we have made in life. Okay, and this is always really important because it helps us to stay on top of things, but at the same time it really helps you to be passionate, to feel passionate, and to have and to keep your passion alive towards those things that you're extremely passionate about, because your passion is your power. Your power is your passion. The more you keep this alive, the more you're gonna keep going, and the more powerful you're actually going to be. This keeps the fire in your soul going at a time when it's like too watery out there. You know what I mean? The fire in your little soul just goes like a big mama. Nothing can stop this fire from burning indeed. But I'm just saying that basically this gorgeous Too Light pendant is going to really help you to kind of, you know, enhance, you know, the positive energy which within yourself, which only like kind of like really heals you, grounds you, and really kind of give you so much energy, especially when you're working on really, really important things. When you wear this, when you're working on something that you're passionate about, you get additional messages, you get additional informations, you get a strength and confidence to do things that you wouldn't normally have. So this works really perfectly with those things that we are passionate about. It brings an amazing balance. This gorgeous 2 light comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Capricornius, you're also supporting my channel as well. Do you know what? Just 1 second. Yeah, because I dropped my cards, and because I dropped my cards, I really love these cards. I really do. And basically, I don't want to step on them, because later I'm gonna forget that I've dropped them. And these are so, I really like these. You know, later I'm gonna forget that I dropped them, and then I'm just gonna stand on them, and it's like, oh no, I stood on my tarot card, and then it just goes all flat and weird, and then oh no baby, no. So now I've just done this, sorry about that. So now the second date, my gorgeous Capricornius, it's actually going to be on the, this is the one that I was going to say before. It's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, my god, my god, god, my god. Okay, listen, the 7th, it's like so good. The 7th of the actual, on the 7th of February, you are gonna, you know, have a really good news. This is the time of your own victory. This is the time what you've been actually waiting for such a long time. This is the time of success. This is the time when you're gonna feel so pleased about yourself and about your life and about some kind of decision you made a while back. You've been working on it, and now your hard work, my gorgeous Capricornius, it's about to pay off on the 7th of February 2023. This is to do with a great achievement. This is to do with a great victory, and this is also to do with you really feeling so good here. It's not only about a victory, it's not only about a success, but it's also about you realizing right now how exactly you are going to get recognized, you know, how exactly you are going to get recognized for what you want to get recognized. But even more importantly, this is gonna make you feel so even more confident, and it's also at the same time going to put you in a mode of like, oh my god, you're gonna become so enthusiastic and so happy, because you will know that this is the part of your natural progression. After that moment in time, you will become aware of what you have to learn and what you have to investigate, and what you're gonna kind of find out further. And later on, you're also gonna find out what an amazing bright prospects, what you thought that you need to learn and find out more. You're going to become very extremely optimistic about it, you know, and then later on you will see that this is indeed the reason why you were so excited about it, because your subconscious mind was like, oh, pay attention to it. This is about to bring a really kind of amazing bright prospects into your life indeed. And that's on the 7th of February. The third important date will be on the 15th of February. Now, the 15th of February, it's like, before I go there, the next thing I was going to recommend you, this is the last one, I promise. Don't scare me like that. Did you hear that beep? People are getting like so like kind of stroppy with each other on the road, you know, like... people get so kind of some people are not really patient, you know, some people are a little bit silly. Yeah, this is it, look at this. It's the Peter side. This is a gorgeous baby. Look at the colors. Look at that pattern. It's mind-blowing. I've never seen anything like it. This is probably one of the most powerful crystals I have, but it's also extremely rare. This Petersite is mind-blowing because it has got the power to instantly ground us, instantly protect us from the negative energy. But at the same time, it also has got the power to discharge negative energies as well, and emotional turmoil, while cleansing our aura. This is very important because at the same time, it's really kind of, when you wear a Petersite, it's like extremely kind of, you become a really kind of, it brings you a good luck also when it comes to career, when it comes to finances, but it also protects you like from the things that could kind of harm you in a such a way. It's like a similar to an evil eye, you know, it's like, it's in a such a way where where someone can leave a little bit of trail on something within our energy, whether they do that with their look or whether they do that with just their own existence around us. It depends how much of the negative energy people have within themselves. Sometimes people can be so strong when it comes to their energy, and they project certain things on us. And you know, with the power of energy, sometimes the difficult things that these other people go through, we can pick up on, and we can bring into our own vibration, and we can be we invite this in our lives, into our lives, just because we have been around certain people who are toxic when it comes to their vibration and their energy. And I know this is a horrible word, toxic, because these people, they may not even know that they're doing this. You know, sometimes it's very difficult. The more problems people have, like at home or something like that, the more difficult they become, the more prone they become to really have a very negative energy and vibration that is very, very unique in its own kind of existence, especially when it comes to passing it on to other people and affecting other people's lives as well. I know this sounds horrible, but you know, this is the truth. It's like similar to an evil eye. Sometimes people can give you an evil eye on purpose, and sometimes people don't do this on purpose. You know, it's just it really depends what is going on in their lives. And also, when it comes to the actual Peter side, you know, when you wear this, you also become, it doesn't only protect you from negative energy, but it also give you all sorts of ideas, and at the same time it makes you really keen and eager, you know, to do what you normally don't want to do. And the dark things that you see about your life, when you wear Peter's side, you see them in the light way. So you see nasty and horrible things that are slowing you down as a challenge, as a good and optimistic challenge, rather than something bad. That's how powerful this pendant is. This gorgeous Peter side comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. The second important date, it's on the 15th of February 2023. So now on the 15th of February 2023, you know, it's also now, you know, you are gonna have a bit of a tower. You're gonna find out something that you're actually not going to like that much on the 15th of February, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. And this is going to start with, this is actually going to throw you out of balance, because what you're gonna find out, it's gonna make you feel just a little bit sad, because it's not about the loss of balance as such, but it's more about, it's just going to mess up your plans a little bit, and then now you're going to think, oh great, you know, I can't believe it just happened now, it shouldn't have happened now this is going to mess me up, and you're going to feel a little bit uneasy, you're going to feel a little bit not really nice. But then very shortly after that moment in time, somebody who you really know really well, it's going to reach forward, and you're going to talk to that person, and through them you're going to understand, you know what, it's actually this happened so nicely and organically, and it's actually going to work in your favor, because you will realize if that tower didn't happen, negative situation that is going to throw you out of balance, if that didn't happen, you would be stuck with something in some kind of route, you know, you would be stuck with something. So this is going to help you to unstick yourself, if that makes sense. So this is going to be brilliant. And then you are also after that tower happens, then very shortly after, you're going to realize, you know what, it actually was for the better. It's something that came to an end a long time ago, and now it did you a favor, because this just unfolded itself by itself. So this is why this is going to be brilliant for you, my gorgeous Capricornians. But at the same time, you're also going to see, you are going to have a very unusual sign, a very unusual sign at around the same time, something very unique and very strange and very unusual. And this sign that you are going to have, it's going to come through the nature. You're either going to be in the nature after that, or you're going to be looking at the nature, looking at a tree or something, or you know what I mean. But somehow there is some kind of sign that you are going to have through the nature. Maybe you're going to be at home and you're going to be looking at your plant, you know what I mean, it's nature, you know, and then suddenly, oh, I see the shape of the sun. Oh, I'm going to be enlightened soon. Enlightenment, you know what I mean? I'm going to become fully aware of something that I didn't right now. Do you know what I mean? It really depends how you're going to read this, but somehow through the actual nature, whether it's going to be on the outside or it's going to be inside, you will have the sign, and you will kind of, that sign that you are going to have, you're really going to also, it's more about the synchronicity, what was on your mind and what you were thinking about, and then suddenly you look at the plant or you look at the tree and you're able to read something. You're able to connect, you're able to realize something. Somehow there is going to be an answer for you, that this actually was brilliant, because also it's some kind of idea you're going to have, an answer in a form of some kind of idea. And this idea that you're going to have, that in itself, it's also like kind of gonna make you aware, it's gonna instantly gonna give you hope, and it's gonna instantly give you an inspiration, and it's gonna instantly going to make you aware of so many other opportunities. And this is gonna be the beginning of just one idea, but from the 15th of February until the end of the month, there is so many additional ideas that you're actually going to have. So this in itself is a lot to do with you following what makes you feel good and what makes you optimistic, and just going with it. Indeed. And someone, it's also when you become aware of that idea, at around the time when you see this sign, you know, at around that time, you're also gonna you're gonna remember of someone in your life, a very powerful person, very special person, somebody who's extremely grounded and extremely clever, and somebody who has a gift of a vision. For example, somebody who is able to see things and just do something immediate with it. Somebody who is very gifted in so many different ways, but also at the same time, through that person, you are kind of, it's more about you like thinking about a certain specific person in your life here, and through them, it's more about you using them as a base. It's something that they did in their life, and something that they achieved in their life, and that's what you will want to do, and you will know that this is going to be the way for you to do this and to achieve that as well. And in itself, my goodness, this is going to start the process of absolutely mind-blowing manifestation here. This is where this is actually going to lead to. See this, baby, 10 of coins, my gorgeous Capricornians. This is so perfect. And at around the same time, on the 15th of February, you're also going to become aware of some kind of additional things on the outside that it's maybe going to come through the news, or like, again, you know what I mean, like things that you've been aware of before anyway, but you're going to find out other things that are going to go even further. There is something additional that you're going to find out, some kind of danger on the outside, which is not going to do nothing to you, just you becoming aware of it and finding it out. You're already one step away from it, but it's more about you kind of finding out that at the right time of your life, because it's only somehow going to confirm the things for you, that you are on the right path and you are doing the right thing. Now you have to be as individual as possible. The last important date, my gorgeous Capricornians, it's going to be on the 24th of February. Now, the 24th of February, look, this is going to be mind-blowing time. On the 24th of February, something like really it's going to surprise you here. An unexpected situation is going to take place, okay? You have got an unexpected success here. On one hand, it's about you finding out about an unexpected success in your life. But on another hand, you're also going to find out that at the same time, a really huge challenge in your life came to an end, and this is like, oh my God, this is the biggest destiny moment in time you will ever have, my gorgeous Capricornians, because it's not only about challenge coming to an end, it's not only about this surprising situation, but at the same time you are going to become aware of one of the biggest potentials of your lifetime. Whether you believe this or not, my gorgeous Capricornians, you better believe it, okay? You better believe it. On the 24th of February 2023, you are going to become aware of one of the biggest potentials of your life. This is something that is going to like really change every single aspect of your life. Something that is going to make you aware of how strong you are, how powerful you are, are, how different you are, how unique you are, how strong you are. There are so many fantastic elements about yourself that are actually going to be highlighted at the same time. You are gonna love what you're gonna become aware of. You are gonna have an instant attraction towards what you're gonna become aware of. But at the same time, you know, this is going to need for you to literally make a room for it in your life, because this in itself is gonna need like considerate amount of planning, and this is just the beginning. You've never ever felt so strong in your life, my gorgeous Capricornius, in order to take something on and in order to change your life. What you're gonna feel, it's gonna be different, it will be strong, it will be powerful, so you will know that this is for you to do, this is the right thing for you to do indeed. So now, my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship, and what is going to happen to those of you that are single. Now, for those of you in relationship, this is like, okay, it's a brilliant, because very negative stage is coming to an end. The negative stage that like you both suffered with, you know, because something really unfolded within the last year in your lives. And what unfolded within the last year in your life, you reached the stage where you wanted to do something, both of you, something really significant, and it was absolutely the right time. You know, everything was absolutely superb. But then something else happened, and then what happened is just took your attention away from now you as the couple should have been kind of doing and paying attention to. And it doesn't really matter. So, because now, my gorgeous Capricornius, what is actually going to happen is you will kind of both have enough of some kind of waiting. And this is going to be brilliant, because almost as if you both are going to become rebellious when it comes to some kind of waiting, but in a good way. So you're really going to realize that if you don't make the necessary step, both of you, no one else is going to make this for you. This is very important for you to understand that that's exactly what you're going to do. By the end of this month, you as the couple are going to make an important step. This time, this step is going to be towards what you wanted to do, but then at the same time, it's a great deal of you toward making a step towards an unknown as well. But this is going to bring you success. This is going to bring you both an accomplishment, and trust me, you're both going to feel extremely proud with yourself here, because you are going to make the necessary step, which is going to take an additional 10 to 11 months until things explode in the best possible way. The way things are going to explode, you're going to like it, because your life is then gonna be completely different to what it is now, in the best possible way indeed. And also you are already going to be able to pick the fruits of your labor indeed. And for those of you who are single and ready to, like, hello my darling, for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Capricornius, do you know what, it's like almost as if like you're gonna come across like this person, and then it's gonna be like, oh, you're gorgeous, you're amazing, and it's like, oh my god, you're amazing, and then you know, you're gonna think that person is gorgeous on the outside, like interesting on the inside. But then, being Capricornius, you will know that something is not right, something is bizarre, something just doesn't seem right. You're gonna find, first of all, you're gonna see like, oh my god, so interesting and like really great person, very delicious. And you're going to be putting it down to them that you feel that something is not right. You're going to put this down to you. You're almost like as if you're going to blame yourself that you are feeling like this, but you're not going to be able to help yourself, because you're extremely psychic, you're extremely spiritual, you just can't help yourself. And this is why it's so important for you to understand that, you know, Capricornius, you know, if someone is good, you know that person is good. If someone is bad, you know that the person is bad. Same with the situations, because you're extremely intuitive. So, but this one is just going to be so interesting, and there is something that they did or they do, and you're just going to feel such a strong attraction towards something that they do, because what they do and what they're doing, it's very unique and it's very different, and you're going to like that. Oh my god, I like this. But then very soon you are gonna give in to yourself when it comes to cheeky and naughty. You're gonna very soon find out something that that person did, and you're not gonna like this. You're not going to be able to go over that. So something that they did is just really not going to work with you. And you should definitely listen to your intuition. You know, this is important. So, you know, this is going to be nice, a little interesting experience. But you are going to give a credit to yourself by moving on from someone who you know it's not actually good for you, you know. So you have to be honest with yourself. You are really loving yourself by not allowing someone to come into your life like this. I'm not saying it's a vile person, I'm not saying it's a horrible person, but you know, it is just something that you found out about them, something that they did. Even if you kind of ignore this right now, this would catch up with you. So it's better to just kind of move on. But for some reason, that is going to work so perfectly for you once you meet this person, my gorgeous Capricornians, because for some reason, this is going to make your determination to jump out like a big mama. For some reason, after that moment in time, you know, because you're going to get a flavor of what you want, you know, how you want things to be, and this person is going to be delicious looking. You know, this is going to open you up nicely and spiritually, and it's going to give you a flavor of how things can be in your life, but it's also going to make you realize that you're kind of ready for it. So this is not going to affect you, my gorgeous Capricornians, this person that you're going to realize is not going to be the right person for you, but most importantly, it's actually going to inspire you. Through that person, you're going to realize that you're actually ready, like full on. And this is when Big Mama is gonna come in, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.